All right. All right. All right. All right. We are back.
Yep.
So before we talk about anything else, the number one thing in my mind, you've been watching Twin Peaks.
I finished Twin Peaks, I finished the show. Finally, took a while, but I did. I liked it. The final episode of season 2 is one of the greatest things ever made.
Yeah.
And then we watched the movie, which is also one of the greatest things ever made.
It's incredible.
Love it. I love that movie. And then we watched Missing Pieces, which was very interesting. I liked Missing Pieces. It was fun to watch. So I watched that. And then we've been watching The Return, which I'm like 6 or 7 episodes in right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
It's
It's
insane.
just
It's
it's a really
wild.
good show. Yeah, I like how like and Mew, I don't think they like this aspect of it, but I don't mind it. They don't like that it's like more cold and kind of precise,
Yeah.
while the original show is more rosy and kind of pretty. But I don't mind the change. I kind of like that it's like kind of like it's kind of, it feels very postmodern.
Yeah.
I kind of like that clean kind of sanitary look to it for me personally. But yeah, I mean, I'm only like 6 or 7 episodes in, and I had high expectations for it, so but I think they're being met. I think it's a really good show. So I like Kyle MacLachlan in it. He's like one of the
He's
greatest
great.
actors of all time.
It's truly one of the greats and one of the most underrated, in my opinion. I mean, you don't really
Who,
get to
Kyle
see him that
MacLachlan?
much anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, not really. He's in a lot of stuff. I like him in Showgirls. You ever seen Showgirls, the Paul Verhoeven
No,
movie?
I don't
He's in
think so.
Showgirls, and he's good in that movie. He's funny. Yeah, I like Twin Peaks. It's like one of the greatest things ever made. And yeah, I'm enjoying the journey. So can't wait to finish it. It's there's a lot to it. Like 50 things happen in one episode of The Return,
Yeah.
especially the earlier episodes of the
Hmm.
season. Like 50 things happen in one episode, and it's like I don't even like know where to start. It bounces, because it bounces to like a different location. Like it bounces to like a different location every like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're here, and then you're here, and then you're here. It's
A lot
just
of
all
shit
over the
going on.
place. But I really like it. It's cool.
A very satisfying show and one of the great final seasons of any television show, I think. And I love Twin Peaks. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Emily and I, of course, rewatched it maybe a year and a half ago now. We watched the first and second season. Emily loves the OG, the first two seasons.
Yeah.
She could not get through the return because, it's kind of Mew was saying, it is a lot colder and
Hmm. The whole like parody of like the soap opera is completely like removed from
yeah,
the show now for the most part.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And I think the thing about the return, which some people like us love and others I can understand why they don't like it, is with the original two seasons, even though it's a David Lynch and Mark Frost thing, it still sort of has to meet the guidelines of a television, especially the second season, has to meet the guidelines of what a television show is. And even though they kind of played around with it and were able to kind of do different things, they did have some very set limits on what they could do. Where with this new season at Showtime, which took forever, by the way, in his book, in the biography Room to Dream, there's a very large portion of the book that talks about getting the return to Showtime, and they got very close to not making it because they just kept going back and forth. And because David Lynch is like, if I'm gonna make this, like I want
I
to
want to
make
do
what I
whatever I
want to
want.
make. I want to do
Yeah.
whatever I want. I want the money that I need to make this film, and that's the only option. And there was a lot of back and forth, but luckily they did get it made. And that's the thing about the return is it is kind of just David Lynch and Mark Frost just being like, here's an unlimited amount of money, here's an unlimited amount of time, just go make the shit you want to make. And of course, famously, the return was written as one long piece. Like it's filmed, shot, produced, edited, and written as just like a long film. Like that's how they always saw it. So the kind of cuts between episodes is a lot more arbitrary than
It's an 18-hour long movie.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. It's just a really big long movie, It's just yeah, like it's an 18-hour David Lynch movie. That's perfect. That's what I want.
Perfect. It's everything you want from David Lynch.
Yeah. We saw Inland Empire. We saw it not too long ago, and there's a lot of stuff out of the Inland Empire playbook that are in the
Mm,
Return for sure. The last movie
okay.
he made, of course, before the Return.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that as well. Yeah. So I'll report back as I watch it, but
Please do. Always.
it's good.
I saw they put a bunch of David Lynch films on Criterion Collection very recently.
Yeah, they put Lost Highway and Inland Empire, which are two movies that aren't very common.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Lost Highway yet. I will soon probably, but Inland Empire is good. I would say it's best to like watch it in the dark with no phone, as if you're at a movie theater.
Yeah.
So we saw it at the movie theater, and that was a great way to watch it. And
Man, I love Lynch. It's always hard to find his stuff though.
that's why you got to get the Blu-rays, like me. I got the Blue Velvet one. I got the Eraserhead one. I got the Mulholland Drive one.
I finally started a Blu-ray collection because there's a local bookstore called Grassroots Books, which like sells books for like 50 cents a book, which is great. And they started selling Blu-rays, and you can get like a Blu-ray for like $1 or 2, like brand new Blu-rays, or like, hardly used Blu-rays, like very good condition. And so I've only bought movies I've seen before because I don't,
Yeah, you should.
if I haven't seen a movie before, unless I like, if I get it for like birthday or Christmas or stuff, of course, like I'll take a Criterion Collection or something I haven't seen. But yeah, it's starting. I'm trying to think, like, I got Total Recall on Blu-ray recently, which I'm excited to see that.
It's a good movie. Love it.
The original Top Gun. I got stuff going on. I'm pumped. I'm ready.
If you like movies, I think it's good to just start like, having some Blu-rays and 4Ks of movies that, you love. Because, with streaming, it's like, I don't know, some stupid, some bullshit could happen.
Be gone any day now.
It could disappear and you can't watch it anywhere. And it's like, well, I want to watch one of my favorite movies, but it's not streamable anywhere. And there's so many like Blu-ray boutique companies that make like special packages of certain movies that it's kind of fun to get into. It's very expensive, and personally, I don't buy a lot of Blu-rays just because it's kind of an expensive like hobby. I can't really do that. But if I did have the money, I probably would be buying them here and there, because they are very nice to have, and it's just nice to have kind of like at least like movies that you love on deck just in case.
Oh yeah, yeah, and for sure. And for anyone who lives in the Reno area or lives near a, typically record shops have them, or any sort of like half price books type style store. Typically, you can get Blu-ray for like, I think all the Blu-rays I got 10 Blu-rays and it was like $50 in total. So a lot cheaper than having to go and buy like a $20 to $40 Blu-ray. Of course, if you want a Criterion Collection, like there's no like used market. At least I've never been able to find any used market.
You just got to get it when it's 50% off.
They just did a sale a couple of days
Right,
ago.
yeah. They do a sale at least like a couple times a year. It's fine. I mean, it's just
They do one at Barnes& and Noble, of course, but yeah.
the sales always come back around. So if you missed it, I mean, they always come back around.
You went and saw John Wick 4, right?
It's all John Wick 4, baby. Yeah. Good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yep. I thought I really wasn't expecting. I thought they were going to make a fifth movie for some reason. I don't know why I had it in my brain that they were going to make a fifth one.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make another one.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a post credit scene. I found out about this until after I found this
Oh, I
the
did not
day
know
after.
this.
It's just like Donnie Yen's character goes to give flowers to his daughter, and then Rina Sawayama's character is like off to the side, and she like unsheathes a blade.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Which I figured that like those characters were left open ended because maybe they were gonna do another movie with them.
They'll probably do like a spin-off or something.
Maybe, but whatever. Either way, it's fine. But I like the Rina Sawayama character. It's great to see her in a movie. I liked all the cast. I think the whole cast in the movie was really good. I love Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is one of the greatest martial artist actors of all time. He's really good in Ip Man. I thought it was kind of distracting that he was blind because he plays like that blind monk character in Rogue One. Do you remember
Yeah.
that? Which wasn't that long ago. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. Like Donnie Yen was really good in it. And he's
Yeah,
like
it's
what?
great.
Like kind of like Keanu Reeves. He's like what? Probably in his 50s or 60s,
I
but
think so, yeah.
he's very fit and he does a lot of his own stunts.
Yeah. That stair scene, man.
The stair scene is really good. Yeah, when he like falls down the stairs is really funny. Yeah, it's just like one big great set piece after another. The one in Osaka and then Berlin and then in Paris. and that's pretty much the movie. And there's just crazy shit going on. And what more could you ask for? I don't know. It was really good.
So if you were to rank the John Wick movies, best to worst.
It's hard for me to say that John Wick 4 is the best because I really am a big fan of 2. So maybe 2 and 4 are kind of like on equal playing field.
Mm-hmm.
And then third is maybe right below, just right
Yeah.
below. And then, yeah, then the first one is the worst one.
Yeah, I'm pretty much of the same mind.
I know people like the third movie a lot, and I do too. I would say like
It's fun.
the second, third, and fourth movie, I mean, they're pretty interchangeable in quality. They're pretty much. I have misgivings, about them all. I think like the really long action scenes can be a little like, okay, it's really long, but whatever. It's just a misgiving. It's really not much of a criticism.
Another movie I saw recently, which we've talked about a couple of times before, and ended up being on one of your top movies of 2022, is I saw Nope.
Oh yeah, Nope's good. Yep.
It was finally on, I don't know, it was on Prime or something. So I finally got the chance to watch Nope. I, of course, have seen Jordan Peele's other two movies and long watched Jordan Peele stuff, Key and Peele, and all that kind of shit. And yeah, I mean, everyone in it is good. It's an enjoyable film. I don't know why I feel this way, and I can't really put my fingers on it exactly of what it is about this film, but it feels as if something in this film is missing. I don't know. It just doesn't feel complete. And I'm not entirely sure why. Like, I don't know what, like, I'm not grasping, but it feels like a part of a movie and a very good part, to be clear. I really enjoyed the film and, I loved every aspect of it. But for some reason, it just feels like, I don't know, like the characters aren't like fully fleshed out or as if it's like part of like it almost feels like a serial, as if it's like part of a larger television show or film or something. And I don't know exactly why I feel that way, but I feel like there's a lot of, I think it's partly because there's a lot of really interesting aspects to it, like the sitcom show with the monkey or the circus. Really everything with Stephen Yeun. I wanted a lot more of that than I saw. Like, I feel like there was a lot more that maybe was cut out or they just didn't get into, but I wanted a lot more of that for some reason. I don't know why.
I think like I also think that like Peele's like kind of like wispy kind of like direction and stuff like his kind of like I don't know his he I feel like he kind of is begging the viewer to read into the movie more deeply, and I do find that a little bit desperate. I find that kind of like a desperate move to
Yeah.
make, to be like, yup, it's open ended, what is it, I don't know. Like I find that kind of a little lazy, but the movie is still really well made and really entertaining, and it's got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on in it that is really impressive. And when you do read into it, there's a lot of stuff going on. But sometimes I think Peele is kind of a little too, with this movie in particular. I think he's just like a little bit too. I don't know. I think he's begging the viewer a little bit too much to do that.
I see what you mean. Again, if you all haven't seen it, strongly suggest you go and see it. But for me, there's definitely just something. It doesn't feel full to me. It doesn't feel like a full film. What else have you been watching, man?
Oh, I saw Creed 3. I saw Creed 3.
What'd you think?
I thought it was good, better than 2, but not as good as 1.
I like it better than one. Three's my favorite.
I think 1's better. But 3 is good. 3 is pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was nice. I don't have a lot to say about it. I mean, it was good direction.
Yeah.
You said like, oh, Sylvester Stallone, wish he was in it. I'm good. I didn't think he needed to be in it.
Yeah. It's fine that he's not in it. I mean, he's been in all of the others. So like
Yeah.
I just thought the way they like don't say anything
They don't
about
even
it.
mention him. Yeah,
That
that's the
that's
thing.
the
They don't
part that I
even
thought was
mention
kind
him
of
at
weird.
all. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I think there's a lot of like really cool stuff going on between all the different characters. I think the triangulation between like Adonis, his wife, their kid is very interesting. Damien, interesting character. That stuff is very great. And I had some, I legitimately had some very moving emotional moments that I was very moved by.
Yeah.
And I thought the final fight was amazing. Felt very Rocky 4, which I liked. I love Rocky 4.
Haven't seen it.
It's just unbelievable to me. Out of all the movies I've watched this year, which isn't many, best one so far is John Wick 4. And second one close behind is Creed 3. Let's see if it stays that way. It's kind of disappointing that I think like all the biggest movies that are coming out this year are pretty much all sequels. John Wick 4, Creed 3, the new Mission Impossible movie, Indiana Jones 5. I guess a new Ari Aster movie is coming out, but I'm not very excited about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse 2.
Oh yeah, but again, sequel.
I guess there's the new Wes Anderson movie if you saw the trailer.
Have not seen the trailer yet. He has two new movies coming out that are coming out this year.
What?
So was the trailer for the biopic on Roald Dahl or was it a musical?
What are you talking about? There's no biopic on Roald Dahl.
Yeah, Wes Anderson's doing a biopic on.
Nothing is showing up on Letterboxd of the existence of this movie.
Yeah, it's here if you just look up Wes Anderson. Yeah, untitled Wes Anderson Roald Dahl film.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No, I mean, like I saw the Asteroid City trailer, and it looked pretty good. It's another Wes Anderson movie. Whatever. I'm not as excited about his movies anymore. They don't inspire me as much as they used to. But I'll go see it. But yeah, once again, it's just like it's just Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Do you know they're making another Willy Wonka movie?
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of this calamity, this horrifying new thing. It's just I don't know. I don't really see a lot of like,
Martin Scorsese's new film comes out this year.
yeah, I guess, it's cool.
Be fucking long. It says it's 3 hours and 20 minutes long. That's a long ass movie.
Yeah, you got to read the book. We discussed this movie before. You should
Yeah, we
read the book.
about it.
Read the book, watch the movie. Yeah, I'll watch the movie. We'll see about it when it comes out. I feel like this movie has been in production for like 10 years.
Forever.
So we'll see about it. We'll see if it comes out. And yeah, the new Ari Aster movie, we'll see about that. We'll see how it is. Yeah, I saw that movie. I saw Creed 3. Yeah, I saw it was streaming, so I had to watch it. I watched the 2014 Abel Ferrara movie, Welcome to New York. I had to watch it because I heard a lot of interesting things about it. Abel Ferrara, one of my favorite directors. I've seen like a handful of his movies, but mostly stuff from like the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
This one's very recent. It's relatively recent. He's still making movies, of course. And he rocks. He's insane. And I love Welcome to New York. It's about like this guy who's like a French politician. It's played by a guy named Gerard Depardieu, who's like in a million movies. French guy. All respect to him, but he's a very ugly man. He's just like very like large and he kind of huffs and puffs.
Yeah.
And it's about he plays like a French politician who is in New York City and he gets in trouble because he sexually assaults a maid at his hotel.
Oh, shit.
It's not a long scene, but I mean, you see the assault. And yeah, he gets arrested. And yeah, it's just this like crazy movie in which he's like going to trial and he's going to jail and he has to talk to his wife about it and his kid about it. And it's just this really awkward, tense, very down to earth movie about this guy. And it's fantastic. It's a really great movie. I loved it. The performances are really weird and really good. And like the whole like like it's just a crazy movie. Like the beginning of the movie before he commits the assault, there are two separate incidences that you see of the French politician having sex with prostitutes in his hotel room. So there's one scene where he parties with prostitutes, and then there's another scene where he has other prostitutes come over and he parties with them. That's crazy to me. And yeah, it's just like a crazy weird movie where a lot of that kind of heart, like we were talking about that Weinstein stuff that's kind of baked into it.
Yeah.
Intentionally, unintentionally, whatever. It kind of predates that because I think the movie came out in 2014, 2015, 2014. But I really liked it. It was a really good, weird, powerful film. So I recommend it. And I recommend Abel Ferrara straight up. We gotta do him sometime for the pod.
Absolutely. I watched White Noise for the first time the other day. Of course, the Don DeLillo.
I finished the book the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I will sometime. I'm not really all that excited. It's an amazing book.
Okay. So, of course, White Noise is a Noah Baumbach film. By the way, soundtrack by LCD Sound System. Pretty great. He does some songs. That's pretty great.
I listened to the one song it's off it, the one original song they made for it. What
Yeah,
like the Body Roomba or something like that. It's a great song.
it's a great song. Great, always great to hear LCD Sound System. White Noise, even though it's a Noah Baumbach film, it doesn't feel nearly as Noah Baumbach-y as a lot of his work. He has a very specific style, a very specific way of making movies, and this definitely feels a bit outside of his normal range, which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. Of course, he does the classic Baumbach thing where he loves to have people talking over each other, like just 10,000 people talking at the same time, and he definitely does that to the nth degree here, which he does really well. I think it's really hard to do that well, and he does a really great job with that. Of course, M. Driver is very good. Greta Gerwig's good. Don Cheadle's great. It's really good, man. It
I have my doubts. I think the book, Noah Baumbach, he's like one of those guys who I don't really care for him as a filmmaker. I think he kind of sucks, but I like his movies for some reason. I like his movies. I generally like them, but I think he's like kind of a hack.
Sure.
And I'm not looking forward to watching the movie because it's over 2 hours long, and the book is like an amazing book. So I'm assuming that he butchered it somehow. But that doesn't mean I'm never gonna watch it. I will watch it someday.
The thing about the movie is it's not nearly as weird as I thought it was going to be. And I don't know if that's the case with the book or not. But from what I understood about White Noise, is I expected a very surreal experience. And
It's more like postmodern.
okay.
Surreal? Not really. The book isn't really surreal.
Anyways, it's good. It's interesting. It's fun. I think the kids do a good job, which is hard to have kids that aren't irritating, but I think they do pretty well in this. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I really
I
enjoyed.
love the book. I'm a fan of the book. I will watch the movie someday. I'm just not like super excited about it, but the book is very, very good. I like the book a lot. I like the other movie, Cosmopolis. Yeah, with a David Cronenberg movie. I like that one. I like that a little. I haven't read the book for that one though. I've only watched the movie, but the movie is just so it's very specific and very low key. I like the movie. But yeah, but I'll watch a White Noise movie eventually.
Watched Shanghai Express for the first time.
Shanghai.
Yeah, Shanghai Express. I mean, it's always great to see movies on trains. There's something very cinematic about trains.
Yeah,
I mean, it's exactly what you expect to be, very of that era, kind of
let's
1930s
go.
talkies.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
If you're in the movie for a 30s talkies, that's exactly what this movie is. I don't think there's nothing really like to say about it. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just,
It's Shanghai Express.
yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I continued my Tony Scott journey. I watched another one.
Nice.
I watched The Fan.
Okay.
It was really good.
Yeah,
It's like King of Comedy, but with sports.
that sounds awesome.
They even got Robert De Niro to
Really?
do it again. Yeah. It's Robert De Niro, and he's like a big San Francisco Giants fan. And he becomes obsessed with Wesley Snipes, who was just signed on for the team. He's like a really good baseball player that they gave a lot of money to. And he becomes obsessed with him. But it's a Tony Scott movie, so it's like filmed the Tony Scott way. The
That's
Top Gun guy.
awesome. Yeah.
I really liked it. It was like a really fun, crazy, just exciting 1996. There's like a lot of like weird, like they play Nine Inch Nails throughout the movie, which is very funny in like very weird spots. And, I think all the acting is pretty good in it. And it's just a good, just crazy, unhinged movie with crazy violence, like in it. And Robert De Niro is really good in it. Like I said, he kind of does a Rupert Pupkin, but he kills people in it though, like in The
Oh, okay.
Fan. He straight up murders people. So I don't really have much to say about it except that it's just a good kind of King of Comedy ripoff thing. But it's Tony Scott. So I'm almost done with Tony Scott. I think I have one. Yeah, I have like 5 movies left in his filmography, and then I'm done with him. That's the case for a lot of movie directors. Another one I watched to complete my filmography completion was I watched Gangs of New York, which is a by Scorsese, 2002 Scorsese, and it's pretty good. It's not my favorite. It's a lot of people's not favorite Scorsese. I think a lot of people prefer his gangster movies, and I do too, or like Taxi Driver, King of Comedy, or whatever. Gangs in New York. It's his period pieces. It takes place during the Civil War in New York City, but it's good. It's worth a watch. It's long. It's almost 3 hours long.
It's Scorsese.
Daniel Day-Lewis is in it.
How's he?
He's really, really fucking good in it. However, I will say, his character really, really reminded me of the character that he plays in There Will Be Blood. He
Oh,
like does the
really?
same accent and he looks very similar. So it's kind
Okay.
of, I don't know, I'm reminded of that character
Disorienting.
very much so. Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, it's like the same character from There Will Be Blood. Okay. DiCaprio's in it,
Mhm.
good movie. It's big, it's epic, it's got a lot of stuff in it. It's long, but I think it's appropriately so. You got to get to it eventually. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's not a bad experience at all, but it's not my favorite of his movies.
Yeah. It's long been on my list. I don't know why. Sometimes I crave that kind of thing. Although for me, Scorsese, I know people love his gangster movies, but when I think of my favorite Scorsese films, I think of something like Can Comedy, After Hours, that kind of stuff. Taxi Driver.
Yeah, have you seen Age of Innocence?
I have not.
Yeah, that's another one of his period pieces based off the Edith Wharton novel, right? I think
Yeah, yeah.
that movie's really nice.
Okay.
I like that movie. That movie's very classy and nice. I think Daniel Day Lewis isn't it? I think he plays the lead guy.
Oh, dope.
He's good.
Yeah.
I like that one. He can do it all. I mean, I like all of his movies. I like all of his movies. I like his period piece dramas. I like his gangster movies. I like his kind of like Paul Schrader, Taxi Driver, Bringing Out the Dead type movies. Like I like all of his movies. They're good.
What's Paul Schrader up to? Has he got anything coming out?
He's got a new movie coming out this year.
Does he
The
really?
Master Gardener. The Master Gardener. Yep, it's coming out.
What's it about?
A gardener. I think it was playing at a bunch of festivals last year, but I think it will come out this year. So very excited about that. Gonna go see the fuck out of that movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Been watching Seinfeld, getting through.
Yeah, it's great.
It really hits hard. Like this first couple of seasons are just okay. But I'm at like season 4 now. It's really good. It's like, oh, I get it.
When an episode is really good, it's really fucking like amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny.
Yeah, it's definitely hitting a lot harder. Like definitely the first season honestly isn't that good. I mean, it's only 5 episodes.
That feels like a test run that for some reason made it to television. I don't know.
Yeah. And then like second season, it kind of starts to hit stride, but now I'm like, it just hits. It's hitting almost every time, and it's
It's
really
so good,
funny.
dude.
It's so good.
People are so stupid if they think it's bad. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
When you're done with Seinfeld, watch Curb.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna do Curb next. Yeah,
It's just a continuation.
yeah. But Seinfeld's great. It's great to turn on. It's the perfect background television.
You're a big fan of Jerry Seinfeld stand up.
No, I was actually talking to my mom about this.
It's like the worst part of the show.
It is.
Sometimes he does a bit though that makes me laugh. Like he's
Yeah,
so it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
yeah. But me and my mom were talking. And we're like, we love Seinfeld, but our least favorite part of Seinfeld is Jerry Seinfeld, which
It's like 10 or 15 seconds of him in the beginning and then it's done at
yeah,
least. And then at the end, but then it's over. I don't mind him in the show. He is the least funny character in the show.
yes,
He still has his moments. Like he still is
yeah.
kind of like his presence is necessary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But when I think of like my favorite Seinfeld character, Seinfeld moments, like they're never Jerry Seinfeld moments.
It's typically George. George
It's
Costanza
almost
is the
always
best character in the
George.
show. He's the funniest character in
So
the whole
funny.
show.
Jason Alexander is perfect.
Because George Costanza, that's the character that Larry David based himself on.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is pretty much like the situations. There are situations in the show that George Costanza finds himself in that happen to Larry David, essentially.
So is that what Curb is like basically then?
Curb is basically Larry David is George Costanza, but
Awesome.
Larry David plays himself. So it's
Right.
like in Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's the creator of Seinfeld. And he goes
Oh,
around
really?
as the creator of Yeah, that's the point of the show. It's like
Okay.
the show is like his life in that present day. He is Larry David. He created Seinfeld. He's meeting with Jason Alexander and Jerry Seinfeld, and they're talking about whatever. And
Oh, that's
Like
awesome.
he's the famous Larry David in the show. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an exaggerated version of
Right.
himself that's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
George Costanza.
I always thought like Curb was like, I mean, I knew he was like playing a Larry David, but I always thought it was like a, I don't know, just like a fictionalized version. I didn't realize it was.
Like I said, it's like an exaggerated George
Right.
Costanza
Yeah.
version of himself, but yeah, it's like the history of, yeah.
Okay. That sounds fun. Maybe I will get into that next. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Seinfeld, you'll like Curb. I mean, it's no laugh track. People can
That's
say whatever
nice.
they want.
Did we ever talk about that Buster Keaton movie I watched? I watched Three Ages. It's all right. So it's very early Buster Keaton. So there's some good gags in it, but it's only 6 minutes long, so it's a quick watch. It does have probably the most insane stunt he's ever done, which is the stunt where he fucking jumps off a building onto like the awning of another building and then falls down through like four fucking, I don't know, those like plastic awning things, whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
It's the most insane stuff. It's
Isn't it the movie where he has like the dogs? He has like the dogs on his thing.
yeah, on his chariot. Yeah.
Yeah, on his chariot. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the gags like in this are okay at best. Like it's not nearly the degree of like Cops or The General or some of his later
Yeah,
work.
of course.
But I would watch it just for
It's
that
cool.
one scene where he jumps from building to building because it's the most wild, one of the most wild stunts I've ever seen.
That's some Jackie Chan shit.
It really fucking is. It's insane. It is. I mean, the athleticism at that moment, but it definitely doesn't hit as hard as some of his other work. So it's fine. Like, of course, Three Ages is basically it's like the Roman age, the prehistoric like dinosaur age, and then the modern age of the 1920s. And the prehistoric age is it's kind of boring. There's not really much that goes on in that one. The Roman age is okay, but most of the good gags come from the modern age one. So,
Okay.
but it jumps back and forth between the three, and the story's like it's whatever, but it's all right. It's got its moments. So that's what I can say about that.
The only thing I'm gonna mention that I forgot about with Gangs of New York is that before I watched Gangs of New York, I decided for some reason to watch The Notebook. I've never seen it before, so I kind of threw it on. I was just like, whatever. It's not a very good movie.
No.
But I like watching The Notebook up against Gangs of New York because Gangs of New York, it's not my favorite movie, but I like the period piece aspect of it because like everybody in the movie looks disgusting and oily and gross. You can
Yeah.
kind of like smell the movie. When you look at it, you kind of like imagine, oh man, it must smell awful in there. And The Notebook, it takes place like in the 1940s, right? And I just feel like the period piece aspect of that movie is completely like undetailed.
Yeah.
It's completely like crystalline. There's nothing like interesting about that aspect at all that it takes place in the 1940s. It's like completely incidental. No one is racist for some reason in the 1940s South. When he goes to war, that part is completely glossed over, and the scenes that they do have where they're at war are like nothing like they're like in costumes, like they're in Halloween costumes. That's probably the worst part of the movie is that like it's supposed to be like this period piece where you go back in time to the 1940s, but it's completely like there's just nothing going on under the hood in that
I honestly
aspect.
forgot that it was a period piece. Like when I
Yeah,
think
like
back to that
yeah.
movie.
Well, it goes back and forth, of course, right?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah, yeah.
the
Right,
thing
right, right,
about it,
right.
I guess. So it made me appreciate Gangs New York more because that movie is very much like showing you clear and upfront how terrible it was to live like in the past. While like the Notebook, it just completely doesn't want to engage with that at all. So yeah, that's pretty much the last thing I wanted to mention.
Well, that's pretty much it for me. That's all I got.
Okay,
That's all the things.
cool.
Cool.
Well,
All right. Well, thank you all for listening,
mhm.
and until next time.
Thank you again.